Hello, Mr. Hill. Paul Condiff here. So wanted to show you, there's a seal in this housing that was leaking, and that's what caused your bilge to be full of oil. And we repaired this about a week ago. We got it put back together. And this is what's called a speedy sleeve here. We surfaced, took a little bit off in a lathe. We took a little bit off the surface of this the hub right here and put a speedy sleeve on, and then which is a very smooth surface ready for a seal. And then we installed that, and as you can see, there's no leakage, so because it's been sitting here for a week. So that's solved that problem, and typically that solves the problem, and it did again this time. We still have to put a new gasket under your transmission access hatch. And I noticed this when I came out to do the video. We've got some oil coming out of your head, connection between the head and the block. So it's typical that these fasteners, after a rebuild's been done, they will move. Like you'll torque it down, and you'll add. In defense to whoever did this work, you torque it down and you bring it to operating temperature, you torque it again, and then each time you bring it to operating temperature, you need to torque it again until none of these fasteners move. So like the first time you torque it, and then you bring it to operating temperature, you torque it the second time, maybe 3/4 of the fasteners move a little more. And then you run your engine maybe for an hour out in the water, and you come back and you torque it again, and half of those fasteners that moved the time before move this time. And then you do it again, and half of those fasteners moving that had moved the time before move again, until finally nothing moves. And then you need to check them like once a year after that, just make sure that they're tight. So, or have someone check them for you. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through and retorque all these fasteners and make sure none of them are moving, because we've got some oil leaking back here, and that comes, all passageways. There's all passageways that get blocked off by the head and the head gasket. So obviously something's allowing that to happen, and it sounds to me like my guess is that these probably weren't retorqued, that perhaps people didn't realize these are going to move. It is hard to believe, but they do move. So the other thing I wanted to tell you about was that I sent you some invoices today, and I didn't notice that we had put the time and materials work for this under engine detail. Engine detail is a whole different process. We had a project made for this and estimated for this. So I moved those times and those materials to that project. I'll reissue those invoices. The dollar amounts don't change. It was just that they were on the wrong project. And if I left them on the wrong project, it looked like we overran that project. And it's hard to remember when you're looking at a project that's been overrun. It's hard to remember. The only reason it's overrun was because we didn't put it on the right project. And that project came in $3,500 below where we thought. So anyway, you'll see, that'll make more sense after you see a summary that I do. For everybody at several points in the process. I do a summary and show you how we're doing against all of those individual projects that we had in the estimate, all those different line items. So anyhow, just wanted to give you an update on that. We're not planning on putting the drive saver back in. We're planning on actually making this coupling where we attach it to the prop shaft coupling, making that perfectly aligned instead of using a drive saver. You'll also notice that we have faced the face of the hub And it was interesting when when it started hitting the hub, when the cutter started hitting the hub, it was just cleaning up half of the hub at first, so we finally got down where it went all the way around the hub, and that would indicate that it was badly damaged. People don't realize you can't beat on them. So anyway, I mean, it's so thick and it's made out of cast iron, you'd never believe you could bend it, but you can. All right, thank you very much.